Alright. Let's mute that. I'll mute these guys.
This thing on?
Oh shit. Alright. So welcome to first of all, let me just say happy 316. You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin graced us with his presence. And you know, that's making this day 316 forevermore. But anyway, welcome to the podcast.
Why are my head so big in this, dude?
I don't know, that's how your camera is.
This is why we can't have nice things, man. Windows 10 sucks. Don't ever get it.
That's probably what's affecting it. But yeah, no, that's what, you know, every time I say that your camera's like kind of funny looking, that's what it is basically.
Ah, well, yeah, it looks like I'm gigantic.
So,
gigantic dong.
Am I a robot? How or who invited me to this podcast? Man, so this is like...
man, this is an interesting week, right?
This is like, you know, Capcom is like Left Behind, that stupid ass thing. This is like our version of the Left Behind. It's like, who added me to this?
He's the Left Behind guy.
That guy is the Left Behind guy. But
how or who invited me to this?
You know, before we start this terrible thing, first I want to say hello. Welcome, Will. Welcome, Vince. Will, how was your day today?
It's good. Productive.
Yeah, dude. Job City.
Kind of, but almost. One step closer. Yeah. But it's good.
One step closer to the. Is there a teaser or a preview of what this job will be, maybe?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going through a temp agency, and so I just like updated my resume. I had to do like all this bullshit through their website, where it's like I upload my resume and then I have to like redo it through their like little drop-down menus. I don't know. It's weird.
The question, then, like, how many old ladies are you willing to have sex in one period of time and all that shit?
Yeah. But I did that. I had like do all this like document signing, like signing in blood and stuff. But that's what I did today. So good.
All right.
No appointment on Monday, so see you there.
Nice. Good to hear, man. The best of luck to you, Will.
Thank you.
Since there's nothing to do on Mondays anymore, Capcom Mondays are gone. So yeah, everyone has free
Yeah,
Mondays.
until Marvel Infinite comes out,
Um,
then we'll see you all there again.
Man, can we make a poll? I like. Okay, we'll just talk about that later. But yeah, that's right. That'd be ridiculous. All right, Vince, how's your day today, amigo?
Pretty good, just worked and then have the next days off, and I'm gonna clean up a terrible place on Saturday
All
slash
right.
Friday.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's
All
gonna be a
right.
good one for sure.
So, um, you know, I don't know if it's because I've just had a really tough period of time at work this week, but I've been like really focusing on ideas and just all this shit for TTF and the FGC wise. But yeah, so I really wanted and I've been watching a lot of tournaments. When I say that, I mean I just watched final round.
Watching a lot of DVDs.
But I actually watched like a lot of matches from final round, and I watched the whole top eight. Like I sat there and watched it, and enjoyed it. Actually, I really did enjoy this top eight. But how we're gonna start off the show is we're gonna do. I've made a Google Doc that we used to do, but I kind of want to do it again because I feel like there was so much to talk about, and I also feel like Will and Vince are always talking ideas behind my back, so I kind of want to do.
We are.
But it's not a
I'm gonna
bad
burn it
thing.
down
No, it's
inside
not a bad. Yeah. No, but I'm glad you guys are doing that because man, you guys bring life to the show while I just sit here. While the show was almost canceled because I didn't wake up from my nap until Justin punched a hole through a wall because he's for some reason playing Call of Duty again. But
Good. Let him enjoy himself.
our
Or
first
break the house down.
recap will be about Final Round. Final Round 20 did happen, and there was a lot of shit that happened. I mean, from the whole Wolf Crone versus K-Brad fiasco. Tekken 7 was badass. Just in general, like, was it better than the last year? Blah, blah, blah. So before we start, we're going to start off. I want to start off with Will. So hopefully, Will, did you watch Final Round at all?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you think
Yeah.
about the event and all that bullshit?
Uh, from a spectator, like watching all the matches, the match quality was actually surprisingly good. I know we like harp on how bad and shitty the game is, maybe a little too much, but I was actually surprised at how good the matches were, and even it wasn't always like, even like the shitty matches or like shitty were like it's not always like a Japanese player playing like another like good player like a known player. Like it was like a lot of like the unknowns or whatever. They actually had some like really good matches. So watching that was like pretty good. I don't know, like it was like a breath of fresh air, I guess. And I was really happy that spoilers Shan won, because I was just saying how Buki was ridiculous and how nobody like really knew, but I did. And but yeah, like I was really happy with like the placements, like all the matches I wanted to see, and the players I wanted to see like played. Like I really wanted to see Tokido Zakuma and Itazan Zangief, and like they played each other, so I was pretty sick. And yeah, like Street Fighter wise, it was like pretty sick, nasty tournament, like Yellow Bong Rip 420. But yeah.
All right,
See you there.
Vince. Well, your thoughts about the event?
It was pretty fucking good. It had to be good after the last year was so shitty and everything was just god awful and everybody talked shit about everything. So it kind of seemed like it was a lot better this year. The level of play was pretty high considering it was like the first like real major of the season. So that was pretty cool to see also. And I just want to see how the rest of the majors are going to go after this, and hopefully they'll be as good as that, which seems like it'd be kind of hard because the tournament went really well and it was really entertaining the whole way through, regardless of like how the brackets may or may not have been and stuff like that. It seems like it was a pretty cool event, so I was pretty happy with it.
Okay, right on. Okay, so going into our next topic, when you say rigged brackets and all that shit, I assume that you're talking about the whole K-Brad versus Wolfcrone thing?
Yeah, and Punk playing like the best Dulcim, also just a lot of things like that that were
Wait, who's the best
slightly
Dulcim?
questionable.
Are you talking about
Filipino champ.
Okay, all right.
After he like publicly said that he has a personal shitty matchup against Dulcim, but I mean, it's in top 64, so that's why it's like kind of suspect. If it would have been maybe a little bit further on, it wouldn't have been as questionable. But even still, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people claim that the brackets may or may not have been rigged so that we saw Wolfcrone versus K-Brad, which was fucking cool, by the way. And for Punk losing, which was something, unfortunately. I mean, I kind of like that guy. He's pretty funny. I wanted to see him get further. And I think there was one more also.
Oh, Daigo and.
Oh, and Daigo and Tampa Bison, if you can consider it that, which, I don't know, whatever. Daigo sucks, so I don't really give a shit about that.
Like, okay, so it's funny when people talk about, you know, rigged brackets at big major events. I think, how many people was it? It was like 400?
460 something?
Yeah, so
420.
and
420.
then and it's not like these people played like first match, I guess. So I don't know. To me, I kind of felt like it was planned out. Like, okay, let's just put K Brad and Wolfcone in the same bracket, blah blah blah. But in my head, I'm like, that's not really rigged. Or are you really rigging the bracket? Like,
it was the first match outside of top 64. It's
Yeah.
like a little suspect. That's something that's like pretty easy to do.
well, it's like people getting mad that they have to play someone they drove with, like first round of losers because they lost. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
neither of those players lost, but
I mean,
they
no, that's what I'm
would
saying.
technically give shitty brackets to make them easily come out in winner's side.
Yeah.
Which may or may not have happened. And I also do or do not give a fuck, which I do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say? Something?
Yeah, I mean, I remember last week when the whole Wolfcrone like call out on K-Brad was, like, people were looking at the brackets and they were like, oh well, if both of them stay in winners, they'll end up playing each other. But I'm not sure if that was like the brackets were made after that or whatever. But like I say they're rigged just to be funny. Like, I don't actually think they were actually rigged.
No.
Like, it's funny, right? But I mean, like, once you like progress far enough, like, people are bound to play each other, whether they're on the same side or not, or whether they have history with the matchup or not. Like, more than likely, it probably wasn't rigged. It's just like a coincidence, and
It's just funny.
Yeah, it's just funny. Like, I could care less, right? Like, nobody actually like really cares, you know, except like the players.
Wolfcrone.
Yeah, but which is funny.
And why would you care? He's fucked up the last 4 times he's played him. Like, that would be
Yeah.
a good thing.
Right.
He
But-
didn't win this time when it mattered.
Yeah, when he like called him out, but
Told him he was fat, dude. The classic insult.
I mean, anyways, but yeah, I mean, like, was it rigged? I don't know. You decide.
Yeah. Well.
But who cares?
Well, okay, so what that would lead into was the whole. So that match did happen.
Yeah.
And it was a spoiler alert. It was a fucking murder. K Brad fucking demolished this
It was
guy.
such a bad match, dude. He just got fucked up.
And then the pop off was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pop off. I don't really.
He can't pop off anymore. He's fucking sponsored. Like,
Yeah.
that's realistically the only thing he could do.
Yeah. So I mean, this leads into the next, I guess, topic of the bad sportsmanship. So after that happened, there's not a lot of articles, maybe just 1 or 2, but we're talking about bad sportsmanship. And then I kind of remembered, like, and I was thinking of, like, what the fuck, bad sportsmanship? Like, pop-offs will happen, or people will talk shit. I mean, why are, like, the people writing these articles, like, do they research? Like, do they do research? Like, did they?
I guarantee you.
Do they know
It's
that
all
the?
clickbait,
Yeah, that's what I'm
you
saying.
know.
Do they know that the last 4 times they played, like, Wolfcrone, like, bodied K-Brad, and he himself was pretty much talking shit? Like, and as soon as K-Brad does it, he has the whole world behind his back. You know, it was hella biased, but I mean, that's what you get, man. Like, if you're gonna, like, talk shit, and, like, if you're gonna talk that much
you're gonna
garbage and call
consistently
people
talk
fat, and which was really funny. That was my favorite part. And then and lose, like, come on, man. The whole crowd is
What do you
gonna
expect?
And then he brings up safety issues, which were, I guess he, in a way, he was right. I feel like if it was like a stream station type thing, there should be, I guess, some room for the players. But I mean, it's whatever. But I kind of get his point. But I don't know if he's trying to throw more excuses as of why he lost.
Probably, because he does that every time.
Yeah, but that is crazy. I thought, I personally thought it was pretty cool that the station was amongst all people. The plebs.
How it used to be. It was
The
nice.
commentary station was with the plebs. And then Wolfcrone that we're talking about is talking about how, oh man, I can't wait until the esports league. A real esports event where, like, I have all this. Some guy wiping my ass, blah blah blah. But it's
totally, man.
What do you? And then it goes on to esports. are like everyone wants esports, but then it seems like it's like kind of babying us, and it's like we're forgetting our roots. That's what I want to say. Will, what do you about the whole topic of esports, bad sportsmanship? The venue being or the like the stream station being too crowded and all that shit. Like I remember he was saying that like, oh, if I called the fire marshal, they would have shut that place down quick. Blah blah
Yeah,
blah. Yeah. Will, go for it.
Yeah, I mean like Wolfcrone like had to have known that if he lost, like K-Brad was gonna pop off. Like in the end, like the pop off, it wasn't even that like crazy, you know. Like he didn't like punch him or anything. He didn't like really say anything at all. He just stared him down. Like, and like to his credit, I think Wolfcrone took it fairly well. Like he didn't really do like he clapped and whatever. And like I mean, at the end of the day, they shook hands. Like I know like Vince doesn't give a shit about that, but
no, don't ever shake my hand ever.
But I don't know. Like I don't think it was like that bad sportsmanship. Like
it wasn't at all.
Yeah, with like all the shit talk Crone's been talking to K-Brad, whatever,
He called him fat.
It could have been like a lot. It could have been a lot worse. Like, but I mean, K-Brad's a smart guy. Like he knows he's sponsored. He's not gonna like do anything that's gonna make him lose a sponsor. Like as far as like the where they're playing like being too crowded, like sure, I guess. Like I mean, obviously it's an excuse by Wolfcrone to like make himself not look as bad, but probably making him look worse. But I mean, like as like a player, you gotta like in general, like you gotta learn to like tune people out, like especially at a big tournament like that, an East Coast tournament where people are like loud as shit and like you know they don't.
What do you expect is gonna happen?
Yeah, like I mean,
it's part of what makes tournaments fun.
Yeah, like I said, like Wolfcrone's probably like just saying that to discredit or like make himself look better, but like he knows, like he knows how like the atmosphere that's gonna be like around him surrounding that match. So I mean, I don't really think tournaments should be like catering to whatever, like I don't know, people making people comfortable. Like there's like so many factors that go into that, like depending on the venue, that aren't really gonna matter, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, that's what I think.
Okay, Vince.
I would have put some stock into him like complaining about the shit if it isn't the same excuse he's used every tournament where he gets bodied in a high like pressure situation like that. Like the whole like spooky head crone shit, like it's the same shit at a different tournament. I don't give a fuck. Like you got bodied, just called him and his friends fat, you got fucked up. This is the one time you lost out of 6 times you played, and just you gotta hold that shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Don't call the brackets rigged when they may or may not have been rigged. Whatever. It's over. It was the best thing ever, and it was cool that the players were so close. It reminded me of when Jago beat Daigo, and like everybody like freaked out and like started like hugging Jago and all that shit. Like it reminded me of like they reminded me of the same situations because people were so close. It gave it like an old school feel at a esports tournament.
Esports,
which I don't believe at all.
Okay, so what I really oh my nose it itches. I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say because my nose like really fucked me over. But no, I thought that was it was a good event. Just I don't know. I feel like I said like esports. I was really never a fan, but I do understand how it's like kind of helping out the scene. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like
the one thing we don't need more of that is esports is we don't need any more fucking invitational tournaments. They're all shitty. The only invitational tournament that's any good is a Red Bull Kumite because like they do that shit right. Everything else is fucking shit garbage. It's all publicity crap, and it's just a bunch of jackasses that are thrown in with like people who actually do deserve to be there. So I could do without more invitational tournaments. I think they should get the fuck out.
Yeah, especially invitational tournaments that intervene with.
Nope.
What's that? Is that an invitational tournament?
The invitational tournament that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know about it, so that's why how much I care about that. Yeah. So final round. Yeah. Shit, Cody, you're the best. But no. So I guess before we get off final round, let's just talk about top 8. I want to hear your favorite moments, your favorite plays, blah blah blah, all that cool shit. And then I guess I'll go into, you know, my final thoughts about final round. But Will, what did you?
Yeah.
What was some of your favorite matches or some of your favorite moments? It doesn't have to be Street Fighter wise, but you know, I'm pretty sure that we only kind of did watch Street Fighter. And
Yeah, I mean, if Guilty Gear wasn't at like 6 a.m.,
Yeah,
like
I-
on Saturday,
pretty cool.
I would have like been able to watch it. Or Blaze Green, where some guy had a meltdown apparently. But
I heard Dogura, who won both Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. He came back from losers apparently from each game,
Yep,
which
both
is
games.
super badass. But anyway, Will, your like key moments of the event or anything?
crap. Wish I would have thought about this.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
It sounds like
All right.
Vince has his key moments.
Problem X's birdie was so sick.
Yes.
It didn't help that he fucked up Chris T, a person that is very near and dear to my heart as one of the greatest
Yeah.
players in our scene.
Same.
But yeah, seeing
SoCal.
Problem X fuck him up was just really just seeing stuff like that, like seeing like a big scale tournament after like such a long break between Capcom Cup and now was like really cool. Stuff like that was good. Seeing Xian win, who's like a pretty sick player, with a character that's not good, even though she's like super fucking good. Just seeing stuff like that again in the tournaments is pretty cool. And having decent commentary teams was a good thing to see after last year's CPT, where it was just James Shed and Ultra David. Nothing against them, but I'm glad to see like Yipes and other people have a chance to commentate. People that just aren't Stage Jam, basically, because that guy's trash.
Vice.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll think of something afterwards, but those are the things that stood out to me the most. Is like eating shitty tacos from a taco shop and like watching Problem X fuck people up with a character that you use
Nice.
against a person that is very, very good and near and dear to your heart, who is a character specialist and very patient.
Are you talking about me, dude?
No, I'm talking about Christy. I'm talking about when we ate the shitty tacos.
No, not what I'm saying, but yeah. Will, was that enough time?
Yeah, I mean, like, I was just thinking about top 8, but like a lot of my favorite ones were
Not top
like, in
8.
pools.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, So, Momochi versus Ryan F. It's like
Oh man,
nasty
yeah.
match.
That was a good match too.
like I guess a lot of people don't know who Ryan F is, but according to Richard, he's like pretty good already. So
Yeah, he's known.
yeah, but man, that was a sick, nasty match and kind of a meltdown. Fuck, I don't know what else. Oh, like watching Tokido play. Like
Oh, yeah,
Tokido
that was
Itazan
really
was like pretty sick because he like kind of fucked up Itazan.
Yeah, he was down 2, then fucking just melted, man.
Yeah, and then Knuckle-Doo like didn't Knuckle-Doo fuck up? Knuckle-Doo fucked up Tokido, right? Like really bad.
Yeah.
That was one.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty sad, but sick at the same time. And
Yeah, what do you
yeah,
expect? He is the current champion after all.
He's the current champion, and he's chilling because he's already qualified for the next CPT
Yep.
event. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think it's still pretty cool that he's just gonna show up and.
Oh
like,
no, of course
Even
you.
though,
Hey,
Yeah.
even though he
Definitely.
can't gatekeep because the way it works, like.
yeah, you can get
fucking
money
show
still,
up and like.
money
fuck
and
people.
pride, you know.
Yeah, I like the way this year, as opposed to last time with the auto qualify. I think that's a lot better. Well,
Yeah.
so far it seems like it's better. We'll see what happens at the
I
end of the
feel
year.
like it's a lot of better, and then in the end, like idiots don't, or that whole weird like Chris T can only get into the Capcom Cup if like Ryan F, melts down
Yeah.
against Momochi, or if Momochi misses his plane and Filipino champ wins Canada Cup.
It was like pretty silly.
what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, what I
Yeah,
mean?
now you have to go there and like actually beat people to do it. So I think that's pretty cool. So far, we'll see what happens, but so far it seems great.
Yeah,
That was Justin.
Yeah, that was Justin. Justin is, for some reason, he started playing Call of Duty again, and he has been raging out nonstop. The only reason that this podcast is happening is because I was taking a nap, but I forgot to set my alarm, but Justin literally punched a hole through the wall, and it woke me up. So now we're here. But, yeah. What the hell was I going to say? But, yeah, the CBT point, it's funny because a lot of people were actually talking about how this is how it should have been. And it was like people that don't even play Street Fighter 5. I remember Eris was talking about it. A lot of the Tekken players were talking about how CBT should be points, and a couple of the smarter Street Fighter players were talking about how CBT should be points. But I mean, it's a learning process. But I feel like they're taking a step in the right direction.
Yeah, they know what to do now. Like
yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta fuck up the first time you do it.
Okay.
Like it happens.
And then I guess so some of my favorite matches, like Will was saying, that a lot of my favorite matches were like matches that weren't in top 8. But I was really happy that Zian did win. I have not seen that guy win a tournament in such a long time. So it really was badass watching him win with a character like Ibuki that people don't sleep on still. I think. I hope they really don't nerf her too hard. I should have read the patch notes. Good. So I think she's a perfectly fine character. So yeah, Zian getting first was really a highlight to me. The K-Brad versus Wolf Pro match was really cool because any match where like someone just talks so much shit and like it's just the scenario leading up to that was really made me happy. And then the little pop off, the whole guys screaming, tell him about himself, tell something about himself, blah blah blah. That really that was badass to me, and it was kind of much like, damn, like you had it coming, dude. And then like as soon as this guy loses, I wake up, and then Shin Blanca has this this long essay of like just like putting, I don't know. It was really cool. That match was really good. Strider getting top 8, I was really badass because I like players that kind of are like having a falling out in the game. It took this guy like a year to finally get top 8. Well, I mean, to me, it feels like he finally got a hold of the game and like this guy was a player in 4 that you would see in top 8 constantly. And last year, man, that guy, he was one of those guys that had to have like certain people win or lose to get into the CBT, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, this guy was losing at like random tournaments in like Puerto Rico and Brazil and shit, man. It was crazy. But he finally he showed up and he fucked a lot of people up. What else was a lot of cool matches? Arturo versus Kazanoku and Valorian was badass. Fucking Arturo's facial reactions will always be like my favorite
Arturo
thing
face
about in a tournament, man. Let me see what else is here. John B.
Simpsons character.
That John B. Rishi guy, just like fucking.
Yeah.
That guy was
tight,
that guy was 2 away from making top 8. Like, and then like that was pretty cool.
He had a good path through losers. He's a cool guy.
That's
good.
Inabashi Geef, that guy's always fun to watch. Chris G getting fucked up. Phenom fucking a lot of players up. Who else? Hitani. I'm just looking at this. Moons versus who was it? It was Moons versus Palm X. I think it was like a Bison Mirror or whatever. It was something crazy. There was a lot of badass matches, man. But yeah, I really did enjoy final round, and then I hope the next premier event is as badass as this one, man. I feel like they can only get better. So here's to the future of the CP Sticker, and
right, Justin.
Justin, man, it's like insane. Like you guys can only hear it barely, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine what I'm hearing right now, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, final round. I think that. Yeah, I'm excited. Anything else before we leave about final round?
I don't know.
Wait. Okay. So I don't know. So Will, you just put this here. So the last thing I think Vince put was emergencies of rivalries in Street Fighter V. So I guess what you were talking about was actually that the whole rival thing. I have not seen a rival in a while. As in, or at least rivals that, you can keep telling yourself that, like, man, like, Alexis and Richard have a rivalry. But, to them, they probably don't have one. Because they're just, but, like, in your mind, you see it like that. You know what I mean? Or, like, Will has some sort of rivalry with Manny. They're not going to talk about it. Or,
Not even close, dude.
Yeah,
or for some reason, Salty Santa, like, always wanted to play me in Street Fighter 4, and I don't know, but it was one of those things, man. But so I'm just gonna read what you put, Will, because I just saw this. So more locally, I would have liked to see more of a rivalry with Richard and Chris G. Are you talking about Richard? Richard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it says locally.
I believe Richard. I don't know. I believe Richard beat him at that High Power Cup in Street Fighter 4. Then had some success with the start of Street Fighter V when Chris came down, and then he kind of just poops on Richard, but then they play. Oh, god damn it, that joke is really starting. Okay, so rivalries. Let's talk about that. Will, you wrote that. Yeah. What's your whole? What do you want to talk
about? Yeah, no, like.
And then they play.
Yeah, so like towards the end of 4, and this is just like what I would like to see to become a good rivalry, and it's just like once Richard was kind of like getting known in 4 and like doing well, he would like play Chris G and like he'd get bodied, but then towards the end and in the beginning in 5 they go back and forth, you know. And what I think would have been a good rivalry and could still be is actually Chris G and Richard, because they're both like good players. They play like, well, Bison's kind of retarded, but God's a really good character, and I don't know, like they have like really good matches when they play historically. Like I haven't seen the ones recently, but
He got fucked over at Undefeated. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, okay, but
T-Bad, but I mean,
wasn't it Warzone that fuck, they played
Warzone
in-
was really close.
that was a really, really good match. That's after
Yeah,
he fucked up Brent.
exactly.
He double perfected him and shit.
Yeah.
That was a cool match, dude.
So
Gotta
that,
can't
I
wait
would
for
have
this
liked
time.
to, yeah, I would have liked to see that evolve a little more, and like maybe, I mean, it could definitely still can, but I don't know if like even Richard even cares about that, but I don't know. That's just like what I think a good rivalry would be, because they're both sick, nasty, YOLO Bong 420 players.
Okay.
But, yeah,
So
that's it.
I guess bringing into this topic before we get to Vince, did you have the time playing here? Did you notice any rivalries in San Diego, or like did you have any that that you kind of held to yourself? Like, I like these two guys when they play. It's funny, you know what I mean? Or like it's pretty.
I mean,
this is
the
gonna be a
original
good
one-
match.
The original one for that was always Will and Alexis, because that shit was always hilarious. I always liked watching that because like somehow Alexis would like just never win. Like it was just so badass.
Yeah, that guy
Like-
sucked, dude.
Yeah. So shit like that, like yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of like lukewarm reception to Street Fighter V in general between people. So like I feel like that made like tournaments before even like less interesting to watch, because like you're just watching a bunch of assholes play now and like who gives a shit. But now it seems like it's getting a little bit more interesting to watch with stuff like that. So there's people like Punk coming out, so it's making the game a little bit more watchable to me, which is nice. But as far as like local rivalries, not that I can think of, but hopefully that happens at some point. It's been kind of one-sided with the results lately, so I don't know. Maybe in the future, if people keep consistently playing like this, maybe something like that will develop. If we keep getting like 20 people playing on average every time, it's
Yeah.
possible. But as of now, nothing yet.
All right.
Yeah, Jed and Javi, I guess that's for who's like the hottest newcomer, CUM. I guess that could be something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe in unprotected sets, something will happen.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
But-
So I guess
Who does have a better X-Vids favorite list between Javi and Jed? I'll have to ask him.
Oh,
You
they
can make
changed
it-
the
you can make
layout on that website.
the all black.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
it's all weird, dude.
And then I have to
You can
like,
change it.
yeah, I
I don't have
changed.
time for that.
I mean, I've heard about that.
Nothing but blinding, Anyway, I've heard about it, but I don't. All right, so final round. 10. I give that 2 thumbs up. 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. So next topic. After 2 giant maintenance, checkups for Street Fighter V and nothing happening. We finally get a list of patch notes apparently coming out in the end of April for season 2.1. Now people were waiting and waiting and waiting, and this shit finally came out. My favorite part is when it's not even coming out until the end of April, like I just said. But
Instead of early.
What I did honestly was just I went straight to my character. 3 changes. It doesn't really, to me, it doesn't affect me, but they gave him back some cool things. But I want to talk to you guys about what you guys think overall of the patch. So is it a shit patch? Is it actually good? All this. We'll just go down. So first of all, let's start with Vince. Vince, what do you think about this new patch? Or what do you think it's gonna come or bring us? Because it's not even out yet. But just from looking at the list.
Well, the thing that is kind of interesting about it that I hope continues to happen is the people that were very strong didn't get toned down that much. So it seems like that was like a step in the right direction. You don't want to have any more Fangs or Alexes, just like unusable shit characters. So that's pretty cool. The DP changes. The only thing that really seems like it matters is medium DPs getting actual invincibility and upper body from like frame 1. So that's pretty cool. They'll be more reliable as anti-air, which will be nice. You still can't wake up DP, contrary to popular belief. That shit is still not real. So
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck
It was
about
supposed to be the fierce punch, right? It was supposed to be the wake up DP
Yeah.
one or something. Yeah.
on frame 3, so that's pretty much fucking entirely useless. That change means nothing. So that's the thing. Yeah, seeing like more buffs to shitty characters and not like drastic nerfs. Like the Urian nerfs are like not too drastic. I feel like that's reasonable. It's a reasonable changes. Balrog didn't get changed at all. That's the same fucking character, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Lara, I mean, the only thing that changed was the light bolt charge, like the elbow. Like that didn't change much. It's gonna be like neutral on block now instead of +1 when you do it meaty.
And like and they like changed her low kick a little bit, right?
Yeah, it'll be instead of +1, it'll be neutral. So
yeah, okay.
That's
and
reasonable.
And then Balrog, they lowered his health, right? Correct, a little bit or something, or
yeah,
that Urian.
So he's average health.
Urian and Balrog,
okay. Both characters, average health. I mean, is that really like think about how like season 1 Nash to Nash now, and like that character just became a piece of shit. And like look at these changes. These are like pretty reasonable, which is cool.
They're still playable characters.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, it would take more than changing like numbers to make me enjoy playing this game, but I mean, for the people that do like playing this game and enjoy it, this stuff like this is what it needs to be instead of drastic changes. So I'm like, if I was playing it, like seriously, I would be like mostly satisfied with this because
that's good to hear. That's good to hear from you. Yeah, that's good to hear from me. That's good. So
I think the game needs more stuff that's like that's fun. There needs to be more characters. I say this a lot, and I'm gonna keep saying it. There needs to be more characters that can do fun stuff. And I feel like there isn't enough things like that in the game right now. And it seems like they're taking it in a direction where, like, if you look at the DLC characters like Urian and Balrog, like, they can do all kinds of crazy shit. Like, and as much as I don't really think Colin's that interesting, it's a different playstyle from, like, what we have had before. So I think if the rest of the characters are like that, they go in that direction, I think that's pretty interesting. I like that, at least. And see if they're ranked bad, in winner's bracket.
That's good to hear. Will, what's your intake about the whole new patch going out?
They're really going in the wrong direction with Ken. They need to buff him,
Come on,
nerf him, because he's hot garbage. We've seen it. I mean, Momoshi didn't even make top 8. He's got like my boy Chris T didn't even make top 8. Hello, he's got like 2. So that's my main.
Can I ask you a question real quick? So
this is bad already.
What? No. So was Cody considered top tier in Street Fighter 4?
Not in any version.
According to Sasuke, he was top tier, but general consensus.
What do you think? This is probably gonna be a hard question to like answer, but do you think Cody is a better character than Ken in Street Fighter? Or that's what I was trying to get to. Well, yeah, I know. Was to like, if Momochi can use a character like Cody, which is considered low tier, to get into top 8 at a big tournament. Do you think that that's an excuse for him not getting like Ken into top 8 into a big tournament? You know what I'm trying to go with this? Like, is it like the like people are complaining about like, oh man, Ken's so shit that you can't do nothing with him. But then in a 4, people are like, man, he's so good because he's like using this low tier character to get into a big tournament. But now it just seems like we're throwing that all out the window, and everyone's just, the only reason I'm not making top 8 is because Capcom screwed me over. My character sucks. Blah blah. You know, this is just what I'm hearing. So I'm sorry.
Well, like if you look at Momochi, like he's been through like a lot of different characters, like in 4, right?
Sure.
Like he'd been through Akuma, like Ken, and Cody. Like let's say those top 3, right? And he did have a lot of success with Cody, but I mean, eventually he dropped them. Like even though he won tournaments here with Cody. Eventually, he dropped them pretty much for good for Ken, which was, a stronger character, and he only ever used Cody, like in very specific, like niche, like matchups. Like what I can recall is like against Daigo's Ryu, I think. Like I don't know, but like I don't like. With that said, I don't think Ken is actually like a weak character, but I don't think he's that good, right?
That sounds like half the roster in Street Fighter 5 right now. Like,
yeah, I mean, like we already know there's like busted ass like ridiculous characters. Ken used to be that, like he used to be really good, right? And then they made changes, and then he wasn't as good as he is before. Now he has a good tool with the overhead, which they're nerfing, which is which is fine. And I'm actually interested to see how big of a impact that is gonna have on his playstyle, because I think they're making it -4 now, and what I'm wondering is that -4 at the worst, or could it be even worse? Because if it hits meaty, like on block, like it's pretty good. If it's only -4, I don't know, but like I don't think Momochi plays Ken like as a like low tier character, like he's trying to prove anything. Like I think he think he's good, and he can win with him. He just hasn't yet recently. That answer your question? I don't know. What was the question?
Who said that?
Well, I was asking you about the patch changes, and here you started ranting about Ken.
Well, yeah, I did kind of.
So where are you going with that?
I don't know. They need to buff Ken. They need to buff everybody. They need to nerf. No, they don't even need to nerf like the good characters. They just need to buff everyone else.
No,
So we've already been over that.
Yeah. So what do you think about the patch before you started ranting about Ken?
Alright, enough about Ken. I think it's good so far. Like, I was actually trying to pull up the notes, but I can't find them.
Yeah,
but, I think they said something like.
I'll link it for you.
All right. I think they said like they're still tentative and like stuff could change, which is good. I hope it's not like something crazy that we're like they nerf Ken even more. I don't know. I think the changes are interesting. They'll make I think crouching medium kick faster. He has 1 frame armor again.
Yeah, that's a pretty big change. So that's cool.
I mean that's pretty good because now he can like have a better wake up, and Oh, it's actually the notes. Okay. And then
it's the one above it. That's the notes.
The one. Okay, thank you. Like other than that, they're nerfing his EX bull head.
Yeah.
Right. So minus.
Good luck punishing it with the pushback though. So pretty much it'll be exactly how it was before.
Yeah, cause like I don't know.
People do. With that move. I just kind of found out about how that was like -2, so the only reason that wouldn't really affect me is because I wasn't really doing it in the first place. Because my whole thing was like, why would you ever do a move like that? But
there's better things to spend your meter on.
Yeah, but then I do realize that this is a pretty good move because it's -2 and it pushes him into the corner on block. But I mean, like you said that like if it becomes -5, whatever that means, but it's still gonna push him back. Like unless they do it in the corner, right? Like if they're
in season 1, it was -8. Just think about that shit.
Yeah.
It was way shittier, and you still weren't fucking punishing it. So it's gonna be.
Was it like only like a certain amount of characters can punish it, correct? Like.
Yep, because the pushback was really, really, really far.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It depends on if the pushback changes, but I don't think it will.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Also, I see they're buffing his crouching medium punch too, because like, I don't know. There's certain jump-ins, mainly when they're crossing you up, where if you crouch medium punch, you'll just get fucked up. And it's weird, like, I mean, like, I remember, like, specifically, it was Ryu's jump light kick, right? Because it was, like, retarded. And it would just always fuck you up. And you know they're going to jump back and jump over you, and you try to be smart and anti-air them, and you just get fucked up. So, like, that looks like it's going to be good.
It's because they made that move shittier in every single way that it could possibly be shittier from season 1 to 2.
So they nerfed it in season.
From 1 to 2, they made the hitbox shittier. They made, they made it not go as. They made it like worse in every way. It doesn't go as high. The hitbox was smaller. It didn't go back as far. So now this is like a reversion of like some of that stuff, and it's still a fucking good anti-air. So that like shows you like what a good move could look like. That's a pretty fucking good move still. So that move's just kind of getting a little bit back from what it had before.
Yeah, because I mean, it was ridiculous in season 1.
It never fucking lost. You can't fucking lose with that.
Yeah.
Move, which is awesome.
And then like I don't see why it couldn't be. Why couldn't they just keep it good? And then they have, when in the same season they had the fucking anti-air jabs, which still work, and they're like whatever, and it's a lot faster move. So I don't know. Sick Capcom.
Yeah, there should be better anti-airs in general. But that's another thing, like, I think is like a drastic change that the game would need for me, but it's all good.
Yeah. I don't really play any other characters, so I don't really
don't give a shit. Yeah.
Like, I mean, Balrog health, that's a good nerf. Like, really going in the right direction with that. Uh, I don't know. Cammy's ridiculous. Fang, I don't know. Fang's ridiculous too, dude. Fuck.
Is he?
Yeah. It's a 10-0 matchup for Ken. I don't know. But, like, the changes, they're good. Should be. Buff Ken. That's it.
Alright. So, Vince, you're the one that actually added a lot to this this topic right now. So, do you want to
I'm
take?
pretty much the only one that knows how to read in this.
Yeah.
Podcast.
So, do you want to? Can you go over? Can you be the one asking these going over this section?
Wait, is that what Vince wrote?
He wrote a lot. Yeah, he actually wrote a lot of this.
Oh, really?
What are we talking about now? I was just fucking around.
We're still we're still talking about the season 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean,
you go over
I already
this.
kind of said it. It's like the patch notes should be like this because the game like started off as like a really fucking like boring like rinse and repeat game of like just hitting strong over and over again and doing shitty combos. And like with the addition of like other combos and characters like Colin and more interesting stuff, it doesn't just become wake up jab V trigger into bullshit. There needs to be like more options for characters and stuff, and this is kind of a step in the right direction because they're not making everything that was good shitty like they did with Nash. It's like more tame changes, like changes to Urian's frame data. Balrog just losing health. He still has all his options. His wake up still sucks. Like he still has like a decent weakness. He can still wake up buttons into V trigger and fucking kill you, which is a baseline problem with the game, I think. But for the most part, the changes from season 2 to 2.1 or whatever the fuck you want to call it seem much better than the changes from season 1 to 2. They're giving characters that are like kind of shitty like new moves. Like Dhalsim's getting new moves that may or may not help. I don't know. Geef's getting all kinds of weird shit.
They're
like
giving Geef a gun.
Headbutt. They're giving Geef a gun. Like I don't know. Like I prefer to see changes like this than changes that make characters fucking obsolete. Like how Nash, a character that won a few tournaments and nobody else had any success with, is now just a fucking shit piece.
That sucks on seeing Nash's, because Nash is a cool character.
Yeah, I think he's a fucking pretty cool character, so I don't know. Was he really fucking people up that bad? Like, I don't know. Infiltration did go 0-2 at Capcom Cup with the best character in the fucking game, and he won Evo, so I don't know. You tell me. I think it's more of nature of the game, too. It's like the results are kind of fucking crazy because of you could be winning the whole round and get jab V-triggered and you're fucking dead. Like, shit like that can happen very frequently in this game, so I feel like the results of this game are always going to be kind of wild, but we'll see how it plays out in the future.
Yeah, you wanna talk about someone that plays a shit garbage character or trying to win with a shit garbage character, like a Bonchan, season 2 Nash. Let's go.
Yeah. Have you heard anything from that guy in a while?
Who?
I mean, he'll be at the fucking E-League or whatever the fuck that is, right? The cool invitational tournament that I have so much faith in stalking. That'd be pretty nice.
I think it'll be cool.
It'll probably be cool, but I don't need to see more shit like that. I need to see more actual tournaments. I feel like giving more publicity to a game that's like kind of shitty is like not the right thing to do. I think you should try to make your game better instead. Which is what I guess they're trying to do, but I don't know. I don't know if it's enough at this point.
We'll see how the patch plays out, and then
we'll see. I mean, there's only been one tournament so far, and it seems better than the shit I saw in season 1. But that's just one tournament, so we'll see like further on in the season like how it really plays out.
And
the changes are not so drastic, so I mean we'll be able to see like a good idea of like the direction they took with season 2 if it worked or not. So.
Yeah, and these fucking the patches didn't even come out until the end of April, so we got a while to go. But
it's
yeah,
coming out end of the month, I think. So I don't think it's coming out in April, unless I read it wrong.
Oh, was it the end of this month? I thought it said the end of April.
Possibly, I don't know. That's the one part I didn't read.
Yeah, I think it's coming out at the end of April.
So there's gonna be more CPT events before the shit comes out. This wasn't just a one-time thing. Like, are you sure about that?
That's what it is, unless this Capcom page is
That's
wrong.
the chat, dude. Where's Triox, dude? He knows. Anyways, whatever. Please continue. We'll have them correct us and make me look stupid in a bit.
Alright, so also I'm happy to announce these balance updates will be coming at the end of April.
Fuck, that's so bad. Whatever. I mean, I guess it's something. You don't need to have like more events with shit like that. Like with you where you're playing an inferior version, that kind of like makes people pissed off. It's the same thing that the anime community's been going through forever.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. I guess we'll see what happens at the end of April.
Okay, so before we get off into the next topic, I just want to. Well, I guess Will already fucking ranted about it. But
What?
Vince, I know how much
No.
you play this game, but do you want to talk about your changes to your character? Is there anything that I didn't read anything about it, but is there anything
About Rashid?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
No,
talk about the
he's-
Rashid changes.
He's pretty good. I mean, if I could do anything, I would make him not walk like a fucking potato. I would give him like a better walk and like a better throw range. But
What?
other than that, not really. I think he's like a pretty decent character as is.
All right on. Will, you already spoke your heart out about Ken, correct? Or do you want to go more in depth with it, dude?
I don't know. Like been playing a lot of Ken because he's funner to me than Birdie a little bit. But like I think at the end of the day, I'll have more success with Birdie. Just because the way I like to play, I don't know. What Ken's okay. Like he's not top 3.
Yeah, he's top 1. I know. Best character in the game.
But yeah, I don't know. The nerf isn't like that big a deal, and the DP shit's not gonna matter that much anyways. So I think he's okay. Birdie changes are okay as well. They're fair, you know. They're giving him something, so I'm looking forward to that. So
All right. So see you guys all at the end of April. So yeah, good talk. Is there anything else you guys want to add on before we move on from this topic of the patch, the new 2.1 patch, whatever you want to call it?
Maybe they'll fix the input lag and do other shit, but I don't have any faith. Maybe player 2 can rematch, but I also have no faith in that happening. So those are 2 things that I would like to see, but I know 100% that it's not gonna fucking happen.
you want us to hold you to that?
Well, I mean, like, what could I do to make up for it? You know, like call myself a bitch. Like everybody knows I'm a bitch already. There's like no downside to me saying this.
Cut your hair?
No.
What?
What? I'll do it too.
Nope.
Hey man.
All right, so
Can't
I
take that to the
guess our next topic. I don't know what's going on. So the last week, Will, you had a really cool. We talked about getting better and all that shit, and that was really I really enjoyed that part. So I kind of want to do a round 2 of it. Going into personal tips and all that shit. So as I was saying, I've been playing. I'll start off. So like I said, for all you guys trying to get into the scene and whatnot, and you just question yourself, man, I can't get past bronze. I can't get past golds. Whatever. At the moment, I'm struggling pretty damn hard between like platinum and super platinum. But then I'm finally if you've been watching my shitty stream for the last like Monday through Tuesday, always out loud I tell what my problem is, and I constantly remind myself to not do certain things. And like it took a whole day or 2 to finally like stop doing those things and listening to other people's like tips and shit, and it's been working like a lot. Like I mean, it's my biggest problem is I've always pressed buttons. There's no reason for I don't know. In 4, if you guys all know the what's that shit called? I forgot what it was called though. But you can press like was it tech
Crouch tech?
crouch teching. Crouch teching was a big thing in
Man,
4.
that's a tough one.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot. Crouch teching was a big thing in 4, but that shit, there's no reason for you to fucking do it in 5. So pretty much you do that in 5, which I know I'm probably the only person that does do it because it's just a bad habit. You're gonna get blown up by crush counter, man. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get fucked up. So I finally asked myself, like, do you get anything out of this? Like, if you keep pressing buttons like on wake up, are you really gonna get anything out of it? Fuck no, you're gonna die faster, especially if you're playing online. So
I mean, if you were playing a character that could wake up button into V trigger, that would be great. But
yeah, I'm not
Birdie,
playing a
and
character.
instead
Yeah,
of pressing a button, you're pressing throw, which leads to nothing. So
Yeah.
those are like the main reasons why that does not work.
So, I've noticed that my game, even offline on and online, have gone up through the roof of not pressing buttons all the fucking time. I live longer and I don't put myself in shitty situations. Also, another big thing was anti-airing. Anti-airing for me is one of the biggest ways I lose. Personally, I like every match you can see it would be like, man, I'm about to perk this guy, and then they get one jumping on me that I could have easily avoided or anti-aired, and then it's the meltdown happens. So I
The risk
always
reward in this game between jumping and not
yes.
jumping is like it's
So
so in favor of the people jumping. So like that's like a really big thing in this game. Like
Yeah.
if you don't check a jump, like
Yeah.
you can lose. You can lose
and
automatically.
that's the thing that I would beat myself up over and over again because to me I really don't like playing. I don't mind. Okay, so I don't mind playing against broken or characters that beat Birdie or my characters. It's just that I beat myself up when I'm about to perfect someone or they get one good jump in. So with me against
Yeah. That's something
Cammy,
that you can technically control too. You
Yeah.
can't control like wake up weird buttons into V
Yeah,
trigger into
you
death,
can-
but you
but
can
yeah.
control not letting somebody jump.
Yeah,
That's the thing
exactly.
entirely
So-
within your control.
So with Cammy is that I'm trying to anti-air her, but then she kind of she can stall it because she'll just do like a dive kick. So the medium punch, the crouching medium punch will whiff, or you're trying to beat a EX dive kick, and then it's too all this crazy shit, and then that so one fucked up anti-air against the Cammy, that throws a whole wrench into the it's crazy. But as soon as I got a hold of anti-airing better or playing the air-to-air game, I saw a lot better success in like my gameplay. Also, what else was I having really bad? Just asking yourself like after you take really big losses, like how, like what did I do wrong and what can I do to fix it? So I've a lot of right now online. I run into a lot of Bookies and a lot of Urians. And the Urian matchup, I don't really mind because, hey, man, like, all his moves are safe. Like, you try to punish something online, but you're going to get hit by something. The only thing you can really do is just make sure you block, like, once you get him down to the low health, just make sure you block the target combo into the reflector because, man, that character does so much damage. It's ridiculous. I feel like they didn't even, like, he doesn't scale. You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, crazy, man. And that's his one, like, that's his X factor, right? I mean, he gets down to where his V trigger is out, so that big combo's coming out, that setup's coming out, and that setup most likely will kill you. You know what I mean? But I don't mind it. It's just the Buki, especially I was talking about it on my stream about how my reactions are like kind of slow, or no, they're really slow actually. Where I see it, I see it on the screen, but I see the the dash under or the her when she dashes through. I see it, but my brain doesn't tell my hands to move the stick to block until it's too late. So I've been having like trying to I guess practice. When you see it, fucking hurry up. So
Yeah, that's another thing where it's better to press buttons than to just block.
So
Anyways.
I was asking people like, man, what do I do? And I guess you can jab out of that, right?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
There's other options. What's that?
Yeah, she's like hella at a disadvantage when she's just command dashing through you. So yeah.
And then it's just little things like that where it's just like, man, like it's overwhelming for a Birdie player because Birdie is not that fast, and these characters are just dancing all over you. Especially with the whole, it's really hard for me to also see the if the move is gonna go under or if they can dash under you or if it's a Buki. So which I learned that if they do that target combo, like they're always gonna be in front of you unless you're in the corner. But then again, it's also a personal weakness, whereas in my reactions are not as fast. So I mean, some players can just see that shit block right away, while others where it's, I mean, I'm already pressing block and I'm a hit already because I'm just too slow seeing it. But I mean, besides all that shit, working on that, I've been seeing a lot of I've been having a lot closer matches with certain players, doing a lot better in tournaments because I'm not mashing buttons and all that shit. So to me, I'm really enjoying the game. I'm wanting to go to more tournaments. Online, I always talk shit about online, but it really is helping me because I enjoy it online when I have really good connection. Cause when man, we're paying so much for this fucking internet. I'm gonna be that guy that I play it online like wireless, like fucking Street Fighter 5, but that shit is like it's clean as fuck.
Yeah, man, totally.
To me, it's clean.
Yeah, it's clean for you. Your opponent sees a fucking slideshow. That's
Yeah,
how that shit
man.
works.
Hey, man.
But that's a problem with the game, not the problem with your shitty Wi-Fi. So don't really feel too bad about that.
And then I don't understand. Is that like a glitch where like that you lose connection with another player like out of nowhere? Is that a thing or
No, that's just shitty servers. That's just shitty Capcom stuff.
Yeah. So like when I was playing like Ken, that was fucking me up, and JP, like that was just Capcom's fault, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, because they were fucking me up. I was like, what the hell? Why would they quit right now, man? But no, playing online and all that shit. I feel like right now it's keeping my brain refreshed. Because I mean, the times when I was playing was more of like I would only play on Fridays. So, I mean that's Saturday through Thursday of me not playing. So that was also I was weak. I was making myself weak. My game skill and all that shit weak. Where I would only play once, but now I'm playing every day. I'm going to the underground casual sessions on Wednesdays, and actually, the ones saying, "Hey, let's play right now. Oh, fuck it, let's do like best of threes, best of fives,
First 20s.
First of 20s. Like I really, not just watching and doing nothing and like not learning shit. But in the end, it's really helped me out. I'm really confident now where I was really complaining about the game and character crisis wise and just like, man, this character sucks. I was thinking about playing Richard and how like, man, everyone that plays Richard in San Diego, even if he is winning half the time, like we all have really, really close games with this guy and we don't really complain about it, while people that only play him once a week or just other players around the world on Twitter still complain about these like crazy things that Bison does, where it's just like, man, you just fucking get play, man.
Get good.
Play long sets. You just don't
And half
complain.
of the shit that people are complaining about is stuff that was in season 1 anyways.
Yeah,
that's
like,
my favorite thing.
Fucking,
like, he's kind of always been like that.
Fucking swallow your fucking pride, and you know what? Swallow your pride. And if Richard's out of Wednesday night fights, and you're one of those players that can play and go, hey, want to play along? If I was fucking Chris T, I would be like, hey, motherfucker.
God, thank God you're not Chris.
Yeah, no, but seriously, like those players that complain a lot, like, dude, just hey, can I play a long set with you? Or even they have Bison players up there, the Valley and all that shit. Like, dude, just stop. I'm not. Stop being elitist. Stop. Get off your high horse. Don't be lazy. Don't be a bitch. All that shit. Play these long sets with these players that you have up there that are really good, and it will fucking help you out, man. Because if you're not gonna play long sets with these players, and then you go to another tournament and you play like an out of state or somewhere another Bison from somewhere, you're gonna blame yourself, man. I mean, it's your fault. But that's just my philosophy on that. You want to add anything about that, Will? Like another round 2 of getting better and just all that shit.
All right, I'll just skip some SIG 420 tips, right? Since we were talking about wake up, like a lot of the times, and you said you were struggling with it because of your button pressing. A lot of times in this game, especially in season 2 now, a lot of times it's gonna be better to just take the throw because you just take that one throw. You don't take a big counter hit combo into like you're dead, right? And another thing that goes along with that is changing up what you do on your wake up in accordance to what your opponent actually does. Because if you're pressing buttons on your wake up and you're getting away with it and your opponent's not doing anything about it, there's absolutely no reason for you to stop doing that. Like
Yes.
it only becomes a problem when they're adjusting to what you're doing, right?
Like if they're not gonna punish an unsafe move that you're doing and you're like getting away with it, like why stop doing it, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. So like a lot of good players will beat scrubs or just themselves or whatever because they take advantage of what their opponent is doing in the match, right? So if someone's waking up buttons or waking up DP and it is hitting, there's no reason for them to stop, right? I don't know what else. So like, yeah, Street Fighter 5 is better to take the throw. Like, especially against like Ryu. He lost his solar plexus. Like against Cammy, she can't really even get like, she can get a meaty, but it's not gonna be forward heavy kick in the corner, right? I don't know what else. What are we talking about?
How
420
to get
plays
better
it.
part 2.
How to get better part 2. You want me to go into online shit?
Yeah, no, go for it, man.
Okay. So, like, I don't think I really touched on this yesterday, but like another way to get better is to just look at your matches and look at what you're doing wrong, and learn from what you're doing wrong, and see what's making you lose to like better yourself in the future, right? So if you look at a match and your opponent's just DPing or jumping in on you, you're not doing anything about it. You're not only giving up space, but you're letting them you're like basically allowing them to put you under pressure because you didn't stop them from jumping in on you, right?
Mhm.
So you can work on your anti-airs or your air-to-airs or whatever the case may be, depending on what you are and what character you're playing, right? Online help at all and all that shit. Like personally, I think online does help. Because you not only like you not only get to play like good players, but you can play some really shitty players. And if anything has taught us anything, is that you can be like the best player in the world or even a mediocre player, but if you play someone that's like completely random and has no like game plan on what they're doing, you can just like get blown the fuck up, right? There's like a famous match that happened at like DreamHack one year. It was
Yep.
Gandhi
Gandhi,
versus
yeah.
FSP, right? Like everyone knows that match, right? This
That's
guy was
such
like
a sick match.
this guy was a complete scrub, and he beat this guy that was actually like knew what he was doing, you know, quote unquote. But he lost because he kept trying to play him as if he was playing another player of like equal or higher skill, right? Which that doesn't work necessarily when the other guy's just doing whatever.
And
And
you jump into the DP and shit.
yeah. And so like a lot of times when like online will give you the experience to beat players like that, right? And then it'll teach you that okay, this guy's crazy. I'm just gonna let him kill himself, right? He's just gonna DP whenever he wants. He's gonna jump in and do some crazy shit. So if I just let him kill himself, then you'll win. So you just let him jump, but with the knowledge that you're gonna anti-air him, or you just knock him down with the knowledge that he's gonna wake up DP. So like online can help a lot with that. Online can also help with like character matchups where um you don't know, like not everyone plays um like if you don't have a like say a Boogie player in your local area, or like I don't know, like an Alex player, you can find those characters online. And like in 4, like I remember it was like a lot easier to like make a lobby and like just find people that like are these like character specialists that you'll never come across. Like I don't know, I want to say Gen because like no one could really play Gen, but like you can get experience with like whatever character um that's not very widely known, I guess, like online, you know, like I don't know, you find someone, right? um what else? And like I don't think people really have the stigma that we're like online warriors can't find success offline, because there's been a lot of players that like have been like online warriors and have actually found success offline, right? Like the first one that I can think of um in 4 was like Wolfkrone, right? He was like big online warrior, like nobody ever saw him at events, but then he started showing up and he started winning, right? And then like Smug and Punk did the same thing, right? And like I don't know, like I've known about Punk like as a 4 player, but like I didn't know he was a person, right? Because
He's not a person.
well, like he never showed up to anything, right? Until like this past like
Until she
in
found
recent
5 pretty
memory.
much, yeah.
Yeah, but like I would see this guy. His name was like CM Punk something, right? But he would play like all these like characters, right? And I never thought anything of it because like you'll find those people online that could play like more than one character and like whatever. But like like I always thought he was like pretty good, but like I never put stock into it because I never saw him offline. But now that he's showing up offline and actually like beating people that are really good, like you can actually see like, oh, this guy is actually like really good. And but yeah, like yeah, you can be good if you play offline or online, but you have to show up eventually somewhere offline to like elevate your skill level, right? Because Spung didn't become really good until he actually started going to NLBC, right? And I don't know what Punk scene is, but I'm sure he has something there like locally that he eventually started going to, and look at him now, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I kind of wanted to talk about Strider a little bit
Yeah.
because
No, please go for that.
um,
Take it away.
like Strider was like pretty good in 4, but then he had like his character did get buffed, and that I want to say that did help him like elevate his placings and all that, but he's always had like a certain mindset that he had to get better, right? And
Yeah.
it was pretty much that like no one's gonna help you get better but yourself, right? And like at the end of the day, you gotta sit down and accept that you're gonna lose. And
Are you there, Will?
Oh no, we lost Will. Dude. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still here.
Hello, is this thing on?
It froze like.
His rant was too good, dude.
Look at him, dude.
Oh no, Will.
Oh, your camera froze, but you're still there. So screen save that, dude. Oh no, the call. Oh, the call. Hello, Will?
Oh, is this thing on?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude.
Damn, that's a really cool freeze frame, dude. Oh, we lost Will, dude. He's gone.
Did Will's internet go out, dude?
Yeah, I think so.
How do we add Will back?
I don't know. Let's find out. You did it the first time, right?
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, there it is.
what happened?
Hello?
It just froze. Okay, Will. Okay, I'm sorry. Vince, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Will, can you hear me?
No.
Will. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
So funny.
Oh, it just where it froze your face when the call dropped is it's a new one, dude. I'm sorry.
All right. Drink it in, man. What were we talking about? Strider?
Yeah, Strider.
Damn, dude. Lost my train of thought.
This is
Basically,
so bad at.
God damn it. Hold on. So for Strider to get better, he just had to accept the game for what it was, right?
Yes.
Instead of blaming the game for why he was losing, you just have to look into yourself and accept that you may not be the best player right now, but you can get better, okay?
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of players can blame the game or whatever, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that like everyone's playing the same game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't always have to play a top tier character to win. I mean, it helps, but I don't know. Just play what you want and learn.
I totally agree with you.
I think that's it.
That was it.
Also, I'm gay.
Do you want to add?
Dante Donald's the best. What?
Do you want to add anything onto that, Vince, about the whole Strider? Did you read that post about him like
Yeah.
talking? Yeah.
The good thing that that he said was he realized what the flaws were in his game, and he worked on it. Instead of just losing to the same bullshit every time, he actually went and worked on it. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people don't do. I feel like it's the same thing from before. The people that don't take advantage of that in casuals or even in online matches, it's a good chance to punish people's bad habits and stuff like that. So it's a good thing to work on your own weaknesses also. If you are getting if you can't anti anybody, just play online, because the points don't mean shit. Like, let's be real, and you just make sure you anti-air everybody every single time. Like, you can work on that really well, because people online are gonna jump like fucking maniacs. So that's the thing that's beneficial about online, and it's also the thing that's beneficial about playing casuals. You get to work on stuff like that specifically. You get to work on it the whole time you're playing. So I think that's another reason why Strider is like a smart player. It took him a long time to start placing even in Street Fighter 4. So like after that rant, I had a lot more respect for him because he realized the flaws that he had, and he knew what he needed to do to work on it to start placing higher, and he did. That's just how it went.
I agree. All right, awesome. So yeah, so hopefully like all you newcomers, and man, I just realized that we have like 20 people. Like we have a lot of people here. We're in the double digits right now. It feels good, man. We have more than Smash 4 at LDL, but yeah, I just think that's a.
Oh yeah, shout out to all the new people, dude. I hope there's like some random jack off in the scene that's watching this for the first time and hating it. So can't wait.
We'll go into that our next thing. But anyway, this you need to you really do need to question your stealth when it comes down to this game. With me, I mean, just take it from me, man. I mean, I've been playing this game for so long. I still don't really fuck with frame data, and all that shit. Like, if a person like me who doesn't study the game as hard as you should to like get to the level of beating people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can't explain my gameplay or my outlook on this shit from a guy that just plays the game for characters that he likes. Doesn't matter if it's a top tier or not. Also being a character loyalist, as in I've been using the same character since day one, and if he does get nerfed, I just dealt with it the whole time. I've always played characters because they're fun, and just because, I mean, look at me. Look at Street Fighter 5, my first two characters I dropped, they were probably the most broken characters during Season 1. And look what I landed on, you know what I mean? Like, would I take it back? No, I wouldn't change anything for the fucking world. Because when I was playing those two characters, I was having a really shitty time. Will, are you still there? Okay, I'm sorry, you weren't blinking, so I was kind of freaking out for a second, dude.
Will's dead, dude.
But no, I'm having a lot of fun time with Birdie, and I'm like I said, I'm seeing a changing gameplay for myself, and I'm only excited to see what the future tournaments have and hold locally and non-locally. But what's the last thing we're talking about? Yeah, so I think what we can finally do, unless you guys have anything else you guys want to bring up, we can just talk about the local news, where to play and all that shit, and just some new changes to TTF and all that stuff. So before we end off, or before we end the podcast, I would like to talk. First of all, I would like to thank all the newcomers that are coming out to TTF. I mean, there was a lot last Friday, and there was a lot last Friday, and it was really cool to see all these new players. We have a guy named Joe coming
just
from
Joe?
No, not just Joe. We have from New York, and he came down. He's been coming out to the last two. A lot of so I don't know. Just keep it up. It's pretty badass. Also, bringing up the San Diego Fight page. That page is the biggest piece of shit in the world, but I love it. It's like my second home. But it's kind of hard being an admin or a mod because every day you get people that want to be in the page. You don't know if it's a bot. You don't know, and then like when you're like working at your real job and you like have real life shit, like you really don't pay attention to like shit like that will just pass by your notifications. Like you don't even notice that it says, oh, so and so wants to become a member of the FG fight scene, blah blah blah. Man, like that shit adds up, man. So I just took the gamble today and approved every single person on that list. And that shit was the funniest thing I have ever seen. If you're not part of that room,
best idea ever.
Yeah, it was the best idea ever. But in the end, it's one of those also things is that, I do need admins, I do need mods to, at times of need when I'm not there, or it's just good to have eyes everywhere to, kick out the garbage, maybe, the bots or just the real people that are just like not, there's no reason for these people to be in this room. So I modded a couple of people, I made a couple of people admins. I mean, if you guys want to suggest anyone, all trolls aside, I'm kind of serious. But I mean, I picked the people because, they're just like, they know the scene. I wanted to do like have a representative from each game, maybe be a mod or an admin. So I mean, just speak up. But yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride because there is a lot of people I added just now, like a while ago, and they're real people. They're people that are like, wow, I finally got added. Where do you guys play? Blah blah blah. Like I said, I'm sorry because like a lot of those things I didn't even know a lot of those things were in there. You know what I mean? That's just like, wow, man. Like I passed up all this shit right here. But yeah, thanks, Joe. But yeah, so just if you're new to the scene and you found your way here, hey, welcome to our scene. Yeah, welcome to our scene. We are a small yet evil, power hungry Street Fighter 5 scene. No, but in the end, real talk. Every Friday we play at TTF. There are other places to play. So like I said, if you're new and you're looking for places to play, these are a couple of the places to play. I'm not going to be a selfish asshole and only talk about myself like some other people in other scenes and other things. I like to spread the word around for everyone because not everyone can make it out to Friday nights, like super late night. Not everyone can stay up or stay out past 10 p.m. So in the end, sadly, there's not a lot of places to play in San Diego. There's only like right now, there's probably only 3 places to play, and 4 counting LDL if you're a Smash player. So before I get to TTF in the end, the only places to really play right now is the Microsoft Store at Fashion Valley. So if you live in the Fashion Valley area and you can't make it out to TTF for some reason, and you're in that area, and you can't stay out past 10, or you'll turn into a pumpkin or something. Fanboy Gaming does tournaments at the store, the Microsoft Store in Fashion Valley. They start at 6 and they end when the store closes, which is at 10, I believe. They've been doing that for a while. A lot of our players do go out there, and when they get done with there, they come down to TTF. Another place to play is the combat phase. The combat phase is the venue is called the Scoop Phase. The Scoop Phase is a card shop down in Chula Vista, which is maybe like 5, 6, 7 minutes, 8 minutes down the freeway away from TTF. So every other Saturday, the Scoop Phase becomes the Combat Phase. So what the Combat Phase is just another place to play Street Fighter and Marvel and Smash and other fighting games. But they play, like I said, every other Saturday, and that is another place also that if you can't stay out too late, they're on a curfew also. So they'll start around like 6, 7, or something like that, and they close around like 9 o'clock. But I mean, they do casuals out there and everything. So I mean, if like you can't stay out past those times, that's another good place to play. And the only reason I'm saying that if you can't stay out past those times is because TTF, which is Tank Top Fridays, which I run through my house, we are a late start. I open doors at 8 p.m. and I don't close the doors until the last person leaves. And tournaments usually do start like at 10 or 11 p.m. and they run throughout the whole night. And one of the big pros that I think of the house is that I don't close, and if you want to play and grind out, you're more than welcome to play until the last person leaves. Or unless I, get sick and tired of you guys. And I guess the only con, like I said, is that if you can't stay out, past, your bedtime, or that you're a bitch or something. That's probably, if you can't make it out, I'm sorry. But I really do think if you can make it out to TTF, there's a player that lives like in Escondido. He's a new player. And then he says that, man, it's kind of a far drive. I don't think I can make it out. But he wants to. What I suggest is that it's only once a week. And I'm pretty sure if you find a ride down here or away, it'll probably be worth your time, man. Because all I'm going to say is that I think it's cool seeing all these other venues get players. But, man, a lot of the monsters do come out to TTF. That's all I'm going to say. We have a lot of the TJ players, a lot of the, Pinoy, Manny, Alexis, the Oceanside crew, the Escondido crew, a lot of players in San Diego itself. We even get some of the LA players come down to TTF. From what I'm hearing about this shout outs to Temecula and Marietta, they've been coming out. JD and all of them. Hopefully we get Guilty Gear going on bigger, so fucking Beastly Bubble can come down. He did.
Hey, he got third place.
He got third place yesterday at Wednesday Night Fights, man. Good shit, dude.
We watched that. Good shit, dude.
But yeah, I really think if out of all the places to play at the moment, I think TTF will be a really, really big advantage for you guys. Like, you should take advantage of it. I'm not saying that other places, if you can't make it to TTF, or if you don't like us or me in general, please make it out to the scoop phase, make it out to the combat phase, any other event that's not TTF. Just in the end, support something. Go out to something and play. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't be like these fucking guys that I don't like those guys and this game sucks, so I'm just gonna fucking talk shit all day in the chat room and not do nothing about it in real life. Like, fuck you, man. You're just a fucking troll. You're just you're the worst person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Don't be a Joe. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, if you want to play Street Fighter, those three places are like, or fighting games in general, are places to play at. Right now, Street Fighter 5 is probably the most dominant fighting game in the scene right now. But I mean, I'm not gonna say Smash 4. I'm not gonna compare Smash 4 to like a fucking fighting game, because Smash 4 has a really powerful scene. If you're a Smash 4 player and you're in here, we don't play Smash at my house, but I mean, if you really do want to play that game, all the LDL and Mira Mesa Thursday nights, they play that shit, and it's pretty packed. But they only cater to Smash 4 players at the moment. So if you're a Smash 4 player, go for it. Marvel is a game that it's people do play, but it's not the most lively game. I know there's a new guy asking if there's Marvel tournaments. If you're a Marvel player in San Diego, you should actually come out and fucking play, because I mean, if you're not coming out because there's nowhere to play or no one to play, then you're kind of part of the fucking problem, I guess. As in, you can complain all you want, but the first thing you really have to do is come out. Because I guarantee you, if you're a guy...
When Dan came out, everybody came out. So, like, why can't that just happen all the time?
So, if you come out, there's always going to be a player at the house. I'm pretty sure Johnny will play with you. Or, I mean, not Johnny. Gollin will play with you. If Johnny is here, he'll play with you. Just come out. Because... No,
Dre's sick, Dr. Doom. Dre will play too, man.
It's serious. It's just like people complain that there's no Marvel, but it's like you're complaining, but you're not doing nothing about it. You should really come out, if you know what I mean. Street Fighter 5. We're getting anime. Guilty Gear, BlazBlue is kind of getting big at the house, which is really cool. KOF. If Drake is at the house, KOF will be at the house. If Drake, Drake, J-Smack, Alexis, a lot of these players, they will grind it out in that game, man. There will only be one setup, but man, will they grind it out. My roommate, Paul, Pantera King, he's a big Tekken player, and Tekken, the only reason Tekken is at the house is of my roommate. I'm a really big Tekken fan. That's my first game, fighting game I took serious and competitively. But we all know, if you guys follow the news, Tekken 7 doesn't come out until June, and if you really do follow the San Diego news, Tekken died in San Diego like during 6, man. That's life, man. But it's been making a big comeback here at the house thanks to Paul. There's like 3 setups every day, and if you play Tekken here, come to the house, man. And there's a bunch of other shit that we do here. I mean, if you bring a game, I'm pretty sure people will play it. So yeah, if you play fighting games in San Diego, come out, come to TTF, go to the combat phase, go to the Microsoft store, go to the San Diego State tournaments that they have like once a month at SDSU. If you want to play fighting games, they're there. I mean, if you're not, that's all I'm gonna say. Do you want to add anything to that before we just talk about what's going on tomorrow and then we just get out? Because, there is a lot to talk about, but I don't want to, I feel like we talk about this every fucking Wednesday. Or on Thursday, I'm sorry. Will?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I did notice a lot of more posts when people are like, "Hey, I'm new here. What's going on, guys?" And I think that's great. I hope that they get the information they need and they get what they're looking for. Like they just want to play people, and if that can turn into like regular at the in the scene, then then we've done our job, right? Another thing is if you didn't post but you're in the group and you do want to come out and you're watching this podcast for some reason, just show up. I mean, worst case scenario, like I don't know, you'll get called a bad word or something.
By Manny.
Yeah, by Manny, but
Just don't talk
like,
to Manny. If you come out, just don't talk to Manny. That's all you need
yeah,
to do.
if you see a homeless looking guy and
Yeah, don't talk to him.
don't talk to him. Don't give him money. Just stay away. Other than that, I think we're really welcoming to like new people and new jacks, as some people say. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Just show up if you're tentative or whatever. We're like not the worst people in the world, even though we are.
Yeah, definitely.
But we also control the scene, so sorry. I'm just joking. I have nothing to do with this thing, man. Yeah, Vince, anything?
Yeah, man. If you are one of those like 6,000 people that got added and you're not that weird Chuck E. Cheese guy, man, I will see you at TTF and come and talk some shit, dude. Tell me that you found us from the page, and I don't know, we'll have a good time, dude. There's mad scientists in the back. Ask about that when you show up, man. And I will see you Friday, hopefully.
Yeah. So Friday, there is a lot to talk about, but we'll probably talk about next Wednesday about all the events going on. No, not. Why do I keep saying Wednesday? Next Thursday.
Because it's Wednesday.
So today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, what's gonna happen? Tomorrow is Ranbat. Where's my notes for my own events? Because I'm such a professional. Okay. So tomorrow is the Ranbat 3.1, 3.1, 2.3. These numbers. Basically, tomorrow's a Street Fighter 5 tournament. It's not a low roller, so this tournament will cost $10. But it's a Ranbat. I'm hearing a lot of people are supposed to be showing up to this one, so I'm pretty excited. It's just a tournament. You get points. In the end, the top 3 players with the most points gets like prizes and shit. But don't let that like discourage you. Fuck it. If you want to play tournaments, come out and play. I guess what I want to talk about is that I'm trying to get a steady schedule going on at the house, where every Friday is something new. So the first Friday of every month will be a low roller. The second Friday will be a team tournament, and the third Friday will be a Ranbat, and the fourth Friday will be like some like a sorting hat or a round robin, something new, something crazy. So
or TTS,
or and then like the last. Sorry, I want to thank you, Vincent. I haven't had a TTS in a while, and the last Saturday of each month will be a TTS. So I mean, we're figuring it out. I've been streaming a lot. There is a touchy situation with the stream that I'm gonna talk to you guys about real quick. Is that I'm really been focusing on streaming. My schedule, it would be like Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday would be a break. Thursday podcast. Friday Tank Talk Fridays, and Saturday would be like random stream and TTS, and Sunday would be random. But the situation, the return lottery, yeah, pretty much, man. No, but the situation is that I have two Twitch accounts. I have my first Twitch account, which is Unprotected Sex, which I have like a lot of things on, and then my second Twitch account, what I made for Tank Talk Fridays, is the TTF one. And one of my main goals is I really want to work really hard on the stream, and I want to get like a sub button. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to get a sub button because I want to make money and cash, blah blah blah. The reason I want to get a sub button is because I guess, how do I say it? The reason I want to get my sub button is because I want to like deserve it, if that makes sense. I just don't want to like suck some Twitch worker's dick and get a sub button like easy and do nothing with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to get a sub button easily and do nothing with it. I want to work for it like super hard, and then once I get it, that's not even my goal. Like that's just a step to the main goal. You know what I mean? So but what I realize is that if to get a sub button, you gotta work. Obviously, you gotta work your ass off. You know what I mean? You gotta get viewers. You gotta do all this other shit. But I mean, if I keep switching from stream to stream, it's gonna be kind of difficult, man. So the hard part was I'm planning on dropping one of the streams, um, but who knows? Maybe I won't have to. I don't know what's gonna happen, but most likely I'll be dropping the TTF stream, because it's not really. Will sounds really excited about that. Cause I'm saying that all the people on that stream are already followers on the other one. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm still trying to. It's a tough situation because I don't want to lose my original stream because I had that for so long. But then also, I don't know. It's kind of an emo thing. I need to figure it out. But I really need to stay consistent on one stream because it's crazy. It's crazy. It's gonna be hard work, but it's just so fun. Yeah, it happens, true. But no, it's just I don't know. It's a touchy situation, but most likely everything's gonna be on one Twitch channel. So it's either gonna be Unprotected Sex or it's either gonna be Tank Top Fridays. So I don't know. Still thinking about it, but yeah, that's like another goal to fucking finally get the commentary working. Apparently the volume right now is really good, but so I don't know if I need to like screenshot all the shit I have on here. But I do
it anyways.
But I'm gonna do it. But that doesn't. I still need to do the mixer. I still need to do a lot of stuff. I'm off for a whole week, the last week of this month. So I do plan on going to Wednesday night fights. I am gonna play, but I'm also gonna probably talk to Lord Jimmy and a couple other people up there and really ask questions about so how does the stream work, and not just like try to find these jack-offs on like YouTube and shit. So that's another thing. But yeah, so that's the whole stream Twitch channel thing. We're gonna figure it out because I do have a lot of faith in the TTF, and I have a lot of faith in a lot of things, man. I mean, we
stay tuned for the TTF promo video.
We do have a lot of talent. We do have a lot of ideas, and we're being held back by me basically. Where I'm holding myself back, and the potential that we have that I think. You know what I mean? So bitch calling me at the moment, but
Okay. I agree.
I swear to God, I thought that was Gerald still talking. If you're that, because they're both yellow. Your name and his name were both yellow. Okay, if you want to do a 1st to 10, Will, on the stream right now after with everyone, I'm more than down. I know you're gonna. I know.
420.
But so other events happening is Emperor's Cup, Vanguard, West Coast Warzone, and all this cool shit. But we will talk more about that next Thursday. But tomorrow come out casuals. There's no spectator fee, no venue fee. If you want to have tournaments, blah blah blah, go for it. But yeah, so basically the big thing with me is that we're gonna try to get a steady schedule. I'm trying to get streaming down to a science.
Yeah, so far so good, right? I mean, it's been like the whole week so far.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, so yeah, even though I'm not playing right now, it's still maybe after the podcast I'll open up a lobby and we'll fuck around in Street Fighter because I got like an hour to kill before I go to bed, and that snap really fucked me over. But before we go into our call-outs and our hot or nots, do you want to add anything, Will, about the whole where to play, tomorrow's event, the schedule, or the Twitch channel situation? Because you and Vince are more part of the Twitch channel, or any of my Twitch channels, because you're part of this podcast. So I just want to make everything good, and I really want the best for everyone. So yeah.
I mean, if you're really gonna like, I personally wouldn't get rid of whatever channel. Like, I know what some channels have. They have like they'll have like a channel for like, so say you have like the TTF channel and you want to keep your old channel. That's how it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
You have your old channel, which is what, Unprotected Sex?
Yeah.
And that's the one you want to keep?
Yes.
Okay. You could still stream on that, but just have like something like, oh, I also do like a podcast at this channel, right?
Yeah.
So then you can just keep that channel, and that's where you want to get your sub button or whatever. And then, like, if you're gonna stream, whatever, tweet wherever you're gonna stream at, and then, like, you shouldn't have to lose both channels. And I mean, I don't know. It should be okay, I guess. But that's the only thing I think it would help with that. I mean, because, like, if you lose this channel, then people are going to watch a TTF podcast on Unprotected Sex channel. And I don't know, people are, like, not the smartest. They might get confused. I don't know. That's what I think.
All right.
But yeah.
Anything else about the topics we're talking about?
No, I think we covered it. Like, show up or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, if you're new, welcome. Show up. Don't talk to Manny. Don't give him money. Stay away from that guy.
All right, Vince. Any closing segments for these topics?
See you guys Friday. Come out and talk some shit. Don't ever associate or be associated with Manny at all. Everybody else is pretty cool. Just don't look at that guy. Don't look at him. Don't give him money. Don't pay him. Don't entertain his ramblings. And if you gotta get rid of one of the channels and all that shit, I would say just keep it. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Just don't lose any of the videos. As long as the videos are archived somewhere, you do whatever the fuck you want with it.
So.
And I am gay.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'll take that into thinking, because it really is a touchy situation for me. So in my head, it's kind of like if I'm streaming only 4 days, I'm only 2 days on one channel and the 2 days on the other one. So like, what would stop people from following the channel that I'm on? This one, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But like I said, the main goal is I really want to focus on one, or I guess I just want to focus on either one, getting something and get this shit rolling. Because like I said, I mean San Diego. Man, there's a lot going on, and yeah, we're being held back by a lot, aka myself. But hey, that's not stopping anyone else from doing your own fucking shit. And
yeah, factors behind the scenes,
Yeah. So let's just get the fuck out of here. Let's save these people. And Will, you want to start us off with your hot or not and your call out?
Yeah. My call out is you for ducking me.
Here it goes.
I did it. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm a loyal stream viewer.
You're
right?
also a mod,
That goes without saying. If I wasn't, I'd still be viewing your stream.
Okay.
I support. What?
Okay, no, keep talking.
Okay.
I'm getting my rebuttal ready, dude.
Okay. I mean.
Continue.
So I watch your stream. I see you're having a good time. And I say, hey, I play this game too. I wanna see how I stand up against Cody, right? So I challenged you to play, and then you kind of just blew me off, and then laughed, and then you just queued up for another ranked match, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, I guess you shouldn't feel obligated to play me, but just personally, I actually really did just want to play you, but I don't know. And for that, yeah, you're my call out.
Okay, to be fair.
Okay.
Before you even were in the room, the last hour of me streaming, Gerald was talking to me, and Gerald. No, okay, well you didn't talk until the end. Gerald, his font right now to me is yellow. Okay, and I don't know if you can see how far it is. I don't know if this is like a distant measurement right here, but my glasses are already fucked up. Okay, excuse City, and you and Gerald had the same color font.
Yeah, so orange and yellow are not the same color, by the way.
But to me, it looked. Vince, be quiet. So it looked the same. So I still thought it was Gerald talking because Gerald used Ken. What I saw was see my Ken. So I thought it was still Gerald from last week talking. So I didn't want to fucking play Gerald. I mean, fuck that guy. And then, but in the end, it was you, and I did feel bad. I do truly. But hey, if you think I was trying to blow you off on purpose, then yeah, okay, whatever. But in my offense, I thought you were Gerald, and I didn't want to play Gerald, so yeah. But if you want to play after, I have my stick ready, and we can play right after the stream. We can play on stream, But anyway, okay, that's fair. Okay, whatever, that's fair.
Okay, maybe it was a misunderstanding, but
why did I blow you off on a game?
I don't know.
Did I ever deny you a Hearthstone game every time you told me to play?
That was mutual because we needed.
We needed gold. Shut up! That wasn't what you talking about, man. All right. Hey. Okay, so you're hot or not?
I don't really. Yeah, hot or not? Go Vince for hot or not.
You too hot and bothered by the rant right there. All right.
Yeah,
well,
man.
don't worry. Yeah, I'll help you out, man. Let me first of all, make sure I'm doing this the right way. before I get into it. The hot or not for this week is definitely the older Asian waitress waifu at the pho place that we go to. I'm like madly in love with her, dude. And we went there on Friday, so it like kind of rekindled the flame, so to speak. So she's the best. She's the hot or not for the week, even though she's just hot. And the reverse bitch calling goes to the homie Jesus Armandariz Jr. for feeling optimistic and making one of the greatest posts in SEFGC history. And yeah, man, I'm really a big fan of that guy, and I'm hoping to meet him on Friday. And hopefully he brings pudding and juice boxes for everybody, because I am just really looking forward to meeting and interacting with this great person.
Feeling optimistic.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, so that guy's tight. Hopefully we don't have to go to Chuck E. Cheese to hang out. And
No.
the Ebony Goddess of the Week is going to be Dulce Moon. She's a legitimate cam model, and this post is totally safe for work, so check it out.
Feeling
And
optimistic.
go
man.
ahead, Will. You have the floor, so to
This
speak.
is NSFW right there.
It's not, though. It's a lie. It's totally
That's
safe.
her? I
Yeah.
thought she was a wrestler.
What?
Am I thinking of someone else?
You think of Ember Moon.
You think of Ember
Oh.
Moon, who's
Man,
also
that's-
hot.
That's mad misleading. Or confusing. But I don't know. Bitch of the week, covered it. Justified. No no argument there. Let's go. Oh no, I can't do this one because then.
It's our podcast. We can kind of do whatever we want. It's your call.
Yeah. Cody, go ahead.
My call out. My call out is, like I said, I've been playing a lot of online Street Fighter. Are still motherfuckers that don't give you the second game, or you beat them and they fucking run away, dude. Like, you are the biggest piece of shit ever. I always talk about not caring about playing online, but that really bothers me. I mean,
What if they had to go?
Tayson is the shittiest. I don't know
Tayson, dude.
who the fuck, whoever that guy is. You are the worst Ryu ever. I beat you and you beat me, and then like you're done. It's 1-1, motherfucker. Like, you need to finish the set. And the worst part about it is that when I queue up my next game, I just run into that person again, or like it's like, I'm gonna give this guy one game. I don't care. Oh, their next challenger hasn't waited, and it's fucking the same guy. Like, do you really? I don't know, man. Like, online players are the shittiest people in the world. And then the whole time I'm thinking, like, this guy really thinks he's cool, man. Like, come see me in real life, you know what I mean? And they probably fuck me up anyway. But no,
Fight Club?
they're like the worst people ever. And I'm slowly becoming one of these worst people ever, man. But I always give the second game. Unless it's like, really, no, you know what? I always give the second game. And I don't know. I don't understand why people like take pride. Like, yeah, man, I got like, oh, I'm a diamond, so, you know, my girlfriend, you know, yeah. I was like, well, shut the fuck up. My hot or not? What is my? I don't think I have a hot. Did anything happen? Anything happen? Hot or not? I might have to like look at the last picture on my on
Wow,
my-
you're not ready, dude? Man.
Yeah, Will,
Yeah,
what?
it's fucked up.
You
Well, what's
want
hot
me
or
to
not?
do it?
Yeah, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been ready. My hot or no, it's a hot. We don't really, the hot or not, it's really just turned into a hot. I was thinking about that the other day. We haven't had any like hot or not.
Yeah.
Like questionable.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay,
But
so who's your hot
Let's
then?
just. Okay, so my hot is Charlie
Oh
Caruso.
no, don't like it.
Nope.
No.
Nope, not a fan.
What?
Yeah, hot or not? I don't know. I'm not a fan. No, I was joking. Go on.
No, it's not a hot. It's a hot.
Yeah, but not to me. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we weren't.
Yeah, totally.
We were just doing a hot.
Yeah, or not.
But okay, I see what you're doing. Anyways,
Do you?
that's my hot or not. And
Is there a
she's
picture?
like
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, she's the
Oh.
WWE.
Oh,
Reviewer
she's
girl.
yeah, the girl I always get shitted on by everyone because like she's a jobber, or they always want
Yeah.
and they always want
She's
Renee
like-
Young and not her.
Yeah, she's like the female Tom Phillips, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that's my hot. Anyways, Cody, what do you got, man?
Okay, Instagram. Let me check out Instagram real quick. So the first girl that pops up on my Instagram will be my hot or not. So my hot or not is okay. So let's see. We got Super FX, the homie Kenneth, and Sue Lightning.
Nice.
So my hot or not is Sue Lightning. She's been showing a lot of cleavage lately. The good one, and not like the after 5,000 tokens you have to turn her off type of deal. But you know, yeah.
Get a link.
I got you. I got you.
The dong pics.
I'll also link you my the personal messages that me and her send to each other. So.
Did you know about me before this event?
So man.
Remember Gaguni?
Gaguni, so hot, dude.
And then Richard wanted to get a picture with her. And I was like, yeah, a bear. I play bears.
Okay, so that's my hot or not. And then yeah, so come out tomorrow and
Damn, is that real?
we're done. I think is there anything else you guys want to add before we leave?
Yeah. Totally, dude. See you at Danger Room 2, man. All the Marvel players. It's happening.
Anyone wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese, hit me up.
Yeah.
If you're feeling optimistic, hit me up, man.
My boy Jesus, dude. Jesus and Vince, the dream team.
So, I guess after the stream, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna play the outro, the music, and all that shit. But I'll be right back and take a shit. And then I'm gonna be playing Street Fighter. So if any of you guys want to stay and play, I'm more than happy to play for like a good hour, maybe. But at the moment, Vince, like always, thank you so much, man. You guys are the true amigos of the TTF podcast. I wouldn't have it any other way. And thank you for being with me through thick and thin. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Hopefully I see you tomorrow, Vince. I'll see you tomorrow and Saturday. Shameless promotion. There's only like 15 TTF shirts left. These are really gonna be the last TTF shirts. So if you want one, let me know. I'm putting the order in the end of the month. So let me know. And we did forget to mention that Dante Donlo is the greatest player right now in San Diego. But with all that said, I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes for some Street Fighter. And like I say, Vince, thank you. You guys will have a good night, man. So see you tomorrow, and you guys, like I said, stay tuned for some high quality Street Fighter action. And yeah, peace out, man. Bye.
Bye.